welcome to Strings and Len lecture. So letters and numbers in a string are called elements, and the elements in a string are immutable. Don't worry about what this means right now, you'll learn by the end of the lecture. Then we have a built-in function or method called len, and what it does is counts the number of elements in a string, list, set, or dictionary. So for example, we have a variable called greets, which is equal to the string of hello world. Then we apply the len built-in function and we get 11 as the output. And the reason for this is because we have a total of 11 elements within the string. And this might seem a little bit odd because we have actually a total of 10 letters here, but it's also counting the number of spaces, and we have one space here. If we had no space, then we'd have the output of 10 instead. Okay, so what we're going to do is start off with a very simple cat equals, let's say, meow, naturally. We'll have a semicolon to keep on the same line. We'll have dog equal to, let's say, woof, semicolon, or have parrots equal to, instead of double quotation, it'll be single quotation, hello. And then we'll have print, we'll do cats, dog, and parrots. And as you can see, we have the output of all three. And note there's no actual quotation marks around them. Okay, we can also do a empty print statement like this, so we can have some space there. And I can simply hide that as well, just double clicking, like so. And what I can also do is if I go inside the parentheses here, then hit Shift and Tab, you can see I have set and end here. So what I can do is let's try the set first, set, which is a parameter, and we'll have this as a comma. And you can see it separates all of the strings here, meow, woof, and hello. Alternatively, I could have, let's say, a dash, or I could have exclamation marks, which doesn't really make much sense. So what I could do is change this to an end, like so. Alright, so moving on from that, what I can also have is a string of this is a, and then you put single quotation marks, quotes, inside a string, like so. Alright, let's say I have day equals good day in caps, then night equals good night lowercase. I'm going to do len day, and you get 8 here. So for day we have a total of 7 letters, but we also have a space here, so that means that we have a total of 8 elements. So if I make this just 7 now, you can see I only have 7 here, because there's no space there. If I make 2 spaces, I get 9. Alright, so let's say I were to do day.tab. You can see all the various methods and functions that I can apply to the string variable day. So I can capitalize, and I have good day. And note that if I have it like this, I just get function string capitalize. And it's saying str here because if I do type day, you'll find that it's a string. So that's the type of variable that we're dealing with, a string. Alright, so just make sure you put the parentheses here, otherwise the functional method won't perform the task. So you can see it's capitalized. And I could do, let's say, because this is all uppercase, I can make this lowercase, so dot lower. And conversely, with the night, which is all lowercase, I could do dot upper. And as you can see, it's all uppercase now. Alright, so moving on from that, let's say I was to have lang equal to, put in, let's say, Python, and then I'll do this is a cool plus, and then lang plus course. And what this is called string concatenation. So you're concatenating the string with these plus signs here. I could just change this to, let's say, Java, or I could put this to C++, and so on. Alright, so let's say instead of it being a string, it could be a number. So there's actually an issue here. So let's say we have num equals 20 as our variable, then we have lecture plus, and I put in num plus is on strings. Well, I'm going to get an error here, specifically a type error. It says must be string, not int. So if I were to do type num, of course you get int, short for integer. So what we need to do is convert this num into a string, and we can do that by simply doing string around here, like so. And it's useful because I can just change this to, let's say, 40 or 100, etc. Alright, and then let's say we have 20 plus 50. What's going to happen here? Well, we just get this here, which is just 2050. What if I want it to be actually 70 as the output, so an actual mathematical operation occurring? Well, what you can do is use a Python built-in function. I do type eval, and this is going to convert the string numbers, and it can only be string numbers, into actual integers or floats. So, for example, if I have, let's say, a val of, let's do 45.3, now you have a float here. If I were to do type, we should get float as the output, as you can see here. Okay, so let's say I'm going to have eval, we'll do 20, plus eval, we'll do 70. You can see that I have 90 here, or I can change this to, let's say, 50. Okay, so you've got 70 there. So moving on from that, let's say, for instance, I were to have eval of, let's do 20 plus 50. You can still see I get the same output here. And I could change this as well. It doesn't have to be a plus sign. It could be multiplication. So I get 1000, or division. I get 0.4. Minus, so subtraction, minus 30, or I can do this rather large number, as you can see here, which is just to the power of, so 20 to the power of 50. Alright, so moving on from that, let's say, for instance, I want to have check equals, we'll just do just some letters, so A, we'll do B, and we'll have, let's say, a C and a C. On that, and let's say I want to do check dot count. I need to know what I'm looking for, so I'm going to count A. We should get 4, as you can see here, because we have 4 A's in this string. And likewise, if I do B, I get 3 of these lowercase b. So note, of course, that Python is case sensitive. So if I do capital B, we just get 1, and of course with C, we get 2. Right. So moving on from that. Let's say we want to take a look at a docstring. So I'm going to have this as, we'll call it messy actually, and it's going to be, instead of just this, so you do it once, then twice, and then 3 times, and you can get this. So it has a total of 6 double quotation marks, and in the middle you can put in, let's say, in caps, please, and this is going to be clean up this messy docstring. I'm going to make a new line here, which can have multiple, I can type multiple lines of string. Alright, and then I'm going to actually make this messy. So what I can do here is put in just something random. So we'll have, let's say, hashtag and a @ sign, put another one, maybe, let's say, here as well. Hashtag and @ here. And also I'm going to put in, let's say, backslash here, backslash here. Put in backslash here, and I'm also going to have, let's say, 2 dashes, 2 dashes, and 2 dashes. Okay, so to do messy, it's going to be pretty messy, as you can see here. So what we can do is, let's say we want to clean this up, we can do dots, and note if I do just tab, I can then have replace. And let's say I want to get rid of, well, all of it really, so we'll get rid of the backslashes, comma, on that, so you can see the backslashes are gone. Now if I want to get rid of the others, I simply do dot replace again, which is a pretty cool feature of this particular method or function. We'll have this as like so. Okay, I don't really like the space there, so I'm just going to get rid of that. Okay, and then we'll have dot replace dash dash. Okay, so we have these slash ends here. So what are they exactly? Because I didn't add them in. Well, what it is, it simply comes about as a consequence of making new lines here. So we have 1, 2, and so we have 1 and 2 here. So what we can do is simply get rid of those as well. So dot replace slash n, and there you have it. I'll just make a space there. Great. And I can also do dots lower. So it's all lowercase now. Please clean up this messy docstring which can have multiple, so I'm going to make that space there. Okay, so it's not that one. It should be, nope. Okay, I made a mistake here. That should be I. Capital I. There we go. Okay, so moving on from that, let's lastly take a look at what I mean by immutable. So pet equals, say, cat. Now we can index this, so if I were to do pet, then 0, and Python starts at 0 for indexing. We can get C, and then I'm going to do 1, and we'll get A, and then 2, we can get T. So let's say, for instance, I want to change the C here to a B, so we can have maybe a bat instead of a cat. Well, there's a problem here. So if I do B, we're going to get an error. It says type error, string object does not support item assignment. And what this means is that strings are immutable. So you can't reassign a particular string to something else. Okay, so that's a particularly unique feature of strings, and just bear that in mind. Okay, so I hope that's been insightful, and I hope to see you in the next lecture. Thanks.